Hello, everybody. Welcome to Why Invest Wednesday. We are in a new location, just in a different corner of my office today. Reason being is that the Salty Sisters sold my wonderful Colorado sign. So instead of the metal bracket, we're sitting here in the corner. This painting right here, courtesy of Jonathan Christopher Light. Check it out. He's the man. That's my retirement beach house right here that he painted for me. So super cool there. Salty Sisters still selling those crazy wood signs. They're down there working right now. So shout out to those girls working hard. And hopefully here in the next weekend or so we'll have a brand new Colorado sign for the backdrop. But anyways, let's get to today's stuff. Just want to put this out there. I hear often I'm going to wait until I see the foreclosures come to the market. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take advantage at that time. That is one of the worst strategies to investing for a mom and pop there could be. First of all, foreclosures are coming. Our forbearance numbers are down at this time. People are getting that caught up as far as that goes anyways. Might there be some foreclosures? Sure, not very many. The thing is that people don't think about is these big banks are going to own these foreclosures, and they need to get them off of their inventory. So what they're going to do is either put them on the market and sell them for market value, because in this market especially they can do that, or what they're going to do is combine them into one lump sum of 50, 100,000 properties or whatever, if there are that many, and they're going to sell them to these industrial investors who then are going to turn them into rental properties, and therefore not helping our inventory at all. For those of you that say that the inventory crisis will be solved when the foreclosures come to the market, because they'll just go to the rental market. But also, they will never get in the hands of the you and me, the mom and pop, the primary residence buyers. So please, if that's the case and you really think that's coming, I would love to buy you lunch and talk to you about how that might not be the best strategy to get into a home, especially if it's your first home. Secondly, we're going to break it up today. We're going to talk about the sport. Final 4 week. The tournament has been awesome. Only one game has been lost due to the virus. So knock on wood, we get to the end without a case ruining one of the teams that are left. So you got UCLA Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga wins that game by, 24 or so. Gonzaga looks really good. Next, we'll have Baylor against Houston. I've wagered on Houston several times this year, and I've lost all of those bets. So we're going Baylor all the way. And then I foresee Gonzaga beating Baylor by 12 in the final, we'll say. So there's your picks to click for the Final Four. Also, fans into the Nuggets and Avalanche games, the first sign of normalcy in the sports world here in Denver, which is super cool. I'll look to get out into some of those games shortly. And if you're interested, hit me up. Let's go see a game. Why not? Obviously, it's been over a year since they've had live fans at games. Be a great opportunity to get in, get back to some normalcy. All right, and now we're back to the real estate. How are things settling out with those appraisal gaps that we've been talking about? The market's still hot. We're still offering, appraisal gaps. Almost every offer that I've seen come in on my listings has, some sort of an appraisal gap. Appraisal gaps are coming back into, now we've had those appraisals that the first wave, offered an appraisal gap for, 5, 10, 20, sometimes 50 or 100,000. Those are coming back. And for the most part, the appraisers are really working hard to get those appraised values. Obviously, they understand the market. They understand what's going on. And so they're working very hard to provide the proof, adjusting for current market conditions and things like that, because obviously if they could only price a home or say a home's worth the highest amount that a home's ever sold, we could never see that increase, which, as you know, real estate appreciates almost always. So appraisers are out there working really hard. I do have one appraisal right now that came back extremely low, and not even really within means. And actually, we have some ability to challenge that appraisal just based on evidence, which the appraiser was already provided, but apparently didn't take into account. So we had an appraisal come in. The condo is listed at 320. The contract came in at the appraisal came in at 317. We had 14 offers and none of them were even at 320. They were all higher than 320. So if the appraiser's job is to dictate the market value, the market is clearly showing that we had a little bit more than 317 there. And I just heard recently that this appraiser actually also has done this other places in this community. So we're working through that, obviously. But for the most part, I talk to appraisers all the time. I ask them how they're doing. They're saying good. They're just working hard on, obviously very busy because homes are moving. Like we say all the time, we have an inventory shortage, which isn't really true. We just have an abnormal influx of buyers and our inventory can't keep up. So we continue to see, close to max number of closings ever happen in a month. So therefore there are houses actually on the market, but they're not lasting long, as you might know. So obviously that appraisal gap thing is something to keep an eye on. I was concerned at first how are appraisers going to do it. They seem to be doing it okay. Seem to be at least, not just saying, oh, there's an appraisal gap for 20 grand. That means I don't have to work at this. They're all working hard. Most of my appraisals, even though they've gone over asking price, have come in. So that I'm very thankful for. The buyers are very thankful, obviously. As the market continues to increase, we will keep a close eye on this, as if we don't appraise, then it's an issue for everybody, because then the buyer has to actually come up with cash. Although people are putting appraisal gaps into contracts, it's not the buyer's option, first choice to say, oh, I'll bring $20,000 extra cash to the table. Moving's expensive. People want to move into homes and make them their own. Be nice to have that extra cash, either staying in your retirement accounts or staying in your savings accounts, or being able to go towards improvements on the home and therefore increasing your value. So we'll work through that as we go, but I wanted to give you kind of an update as, okay, well, we know that all these offers are getting accepted with appraisal gaps. How is that looking in the market? I would say that 95% of the appraisers are working very hard to not only be fair and do their job, but appraise at a fair market value. When we see 14 offers on a home, oh, by the way, we had two days of showings only. It was the weekend of the blizzard. I think we can justify that those offers were pretty serious. They're buyers that are in the market, then that's what they're willing to pay. Then that's what it should appraise at. So my heart goes out to those appraisers that have that tough job of providing the proof for these values, but absolutely something to keep an eye on, especially in those higher markets where, we have, a $650,000 house and we have somebody offer $750,000, $100,000 appraisal gap. Obviously that's a different scenario than a $320,000 house with a, $20,000 appraisal gap. So we'll keep an eye on that. I do have a new listing this weekend. Check it out. 8402 East Lehigh, right over there off Tamarack and Hamden. Great ranch house, very well taken care of. So we'll see how that plays out in that 650 range on that appraisal when we hopefully have many offers and the appraisal gaps coming in. So coming to you from the other side of the room. Thanks for everything. Go check out the Salty Sisters website. We can move all around the office if you buy my next sign that they're going to put up here. Hopefully by next week, I'll put the pressure on them to do that. Salty Sisters, my wife and her sister do a great job. Great, cool wood signs, farmhouse signs, all kinds of stuff. And of course, a shout out to Jonathan Light for this wonderful painting. I also have a mountain house over there on the other side of my office, but we're not going to try and move all the cameras set up around for that. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and get out and catch some of those Final Four games. And next week, we will be talking about the Masters. It's like nothing else. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.